correspondence with Xinhua News Agency, and we're actually in the UAE. This is a construction site of a clean coal power station on the southwestern coast of Dubai.
Yes, as you have mentioned that we are now in Dubai and the Middle East area. So, well, actually, the Middle East region is more famous for its reserve of gas and oil. But yeah, actually today we are at the construction site of a clean coal power plant. Yeah. So it's going to be very special because this might be the very first clean coal power plant here in the Middle East region. And also, we mentioned we are in Dubai. Dubai is a very internationally famous city, attracting a lot of friends and tourists around the world for vacations and something else. But also, it's very ambitious for being one of the most greenest and most environmental friendly place in the world. Yes.
And as you guys can see, we are well protected with the construction outfit, and we are also protected from the scorching sun, and local temperature is about 40 degrees, I guess. So yeah, we're sweating a lot. And so for today, we're going to invite one of the engineers of this project to join us for this live streaming and introduce this project to all of you. As you might already know that later this week, Chinese President Xi Jinping is going to pay a state visit to the UAE, and this is a flagship project under the Belt and Road Initiative. So please come and join us. Thank you. So yeah.
Hello everybody.
Hi.
Hi, I'm Li Xiangyu, the engineer from Harbin Electric International, also the civil engineer for Dubai Hassyan Clean Coal Power Plant project.
So could you start from briefly introducing this project?
This project actually invested by Chinese banks and also the Silk Road Foundations, and from Aqua Power from Saudi Arabia and Harbin Electric Group from China. This power plant, we call it clean coal power plant, and the total capacity is 2,400 megawatts. It will produce more than 20% electricity for the Dubai city.
You're saying that upon completion, this project is going to provide 20% of energy for Dubai?
Yes.
By when?
By its finish, by
like
2023.
2023.
When we finish all units.
It's going to be fully operational by 2023.
Yes.
Yeah.
But it will the first unit will start its commercial operation at 2020 and also support the Export 2020.
So by 2020, this one will be like under its initial operation,
yes.
And it's going to be supporting the World Expo
yes.
in Dubai
sure.
in 2020.
Yes.
And as we're talking about this project, could our camera guy just turn around the camera to show the 360-degree view of this construction site? And we're going to keep walking and talking, right?
Okay.
We'll be more casual. Yeah. So could you tell me to that direction, what is that?
From that direction, we can see some ships and also the crane beams. Actually, these ships is designed to transport our GRP pipes to the operation area, I mean the sea area outside of the land. And all these cranes are used for lifting and offloading the GRP pipes. And these GRP pipes is designed to inlet our cooling water from the sea.
And how about that area? Can we point to that way?
Yeah, see this area. Actually, let me tell you, I can't believe this area was not existing in 1.5 years ago, because I am here for more than 1.5 years, and this area before is a sand area. Everybody can, not everybody, I think, it's a beach area, but this land was backfilled in the last 1.5 years, and this land will be was designed for build some port buildings and structures for the port.
And could you tell us how deeply has Chinese companies been involved in this project?
Frankly speaking, Chinese company is full-dimensionally involved in this project. Start from investment, engineering, procurement, manufacturing, and construction.
How many construction workers do we have here for now?
currently we have more than 2,500 workers working here. They come from all over the world, but most of them are Chinese.
Just to remind everyone that we are now live broadcasting in UAE, in Dubai, very close to the Dubai city, and we are in one of the most notable green project, that is clean coal power plant project invested by China. But while we also have a team of foreign experts and also foreign workers working here. Just now we have the expert engineer saying that we have a total of 2,500 workers here. They are from a lot of countries, right?
Yes, they come from a lot of countries. From I think from Vietnam and India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, and some workers are from other Arabian countries like Syria and Yemen.
So that's quite an international team.
Yes, sure.
Is it going to be very difficult for people to communicate? To speak different languages, and also in the world of construction, there are different kind of standards or whatever.
Yes.
So maybe difficult for people to communicate with each other or to comply with one single standard. But I think it's also going to be a very important thing for not only the Chinese team, Chinese construction workers, but also for people in the region to have a universal standard. Maybe in the future that will be easier for people to working together.
Actually, Dubai as an international city, they are following international standards. Actually, for different projects, we are following different. Where our standard is as per as the client's requirement. For example, in this project, we are not only follow American standard, Europe standard, or German standard, or Japanese standard. Our project specification is a combination of the world highest standard requirement. For example, for some area, if in American standard the requirement is higher than the Europe standard, then we will follow American standard. And in some other area, if the Japanese is the highest, then we will follow Japanese standard. So, in other words, we are following the world most difficult and highest standard in this project.
And how long have you been here for this project?
I've been here for more than 1.5 years in this project.
And how do you like it so far?
So far so good, I can see, but as everybody can see, the environment here is really tough. It's not very friendly for human beings.
But have you been there now so far for several years, getting used to the hot weather?
I can see I can bear it, but I cannot see I'm getting used to it.
So could you briefly introduce the surroundings here? Like what kind of facilities do we have and what they're used for?
Yeah, as you can see, now we are in a coastal area near the sea. The sea is just in front of us, and this area will be our future port for the coal unloading and ash loading purpose.
And how about the trucks over there and the ships?
These ships is for transportation, construction material, and also the GRP pipes to the construction area, because as you can see, the sea transportation is very convenient and also cheap for us. So here the construction material, most of construction material are transported by ship from other places to our site. And also you can see these beams of cranes, they are used for loading and unloading materials. Yeah, this is the water tank for our, how to see, this is a sweet water tank. Inside is no salt water, it's sweet water. It can be used for washing hands, for through the washroom, and for can wash your face. So this is a we can see this is water for life.
I mean, how often does this kind of truck that's delivering sweet water every day here?
It depends on the consumption. You can see we have a small tank here. This is for water storage purpose, and I think this sweet water tanker will come here every day to refill the tank, so that our workers and engineers here can wash themselves every day to make them comfortable in this such hot environment.
And just for those newcomers who just joined our live streaming, we're correspondents with Xinhua News Agency and standing alongside as the engineer of Clean Coal Power Station project in Dubai. And this is the construction site, as we explained, everything around us. Also, this is a flagship project of the Belt and Road Initiative. The initiative was proposed by Chinese President Xi Jinping, and it's been 5 years. And later this week, the president is going to pay a state visit to the UAE. That's why actually we're here. Yeah. So let's go over there. Yeah. It's pretty loud here. Let's go over there and explain more about this project.
Okay.
Yeah.
As we can see from the other side, there is a kind of, we can see about 5 buildings with 2 cranes. And what is that? What are these buildings?
This is actually the inlet opening of our cooling water pipe. Because actually the coal-fired power plant, after we produce the steam and produce electricity, we have to transfer the steam back to water again. In this period, we need a lot of cooling water to absorb the heat from the steam. So we have to inlet thousands of tons seawater from the sea to our power plant for that purpose. So these 6 structures, actually they are only temporarily located here for manufacturing and concrete casting purpose. After that, we will use a ship with 1,000 ton capacity crane to lift them and deliver them to the designed area about 5 kilometers far away from the coastal.
So even though it's about, I think it's about 12 o'clock local time here, it's actually extremely hot here, but we can still see a lot of workers are still working on their post.
We were told earlier that this is actually a very international team. It has like workers and engineers from a dozen of countries. Yes?
Yes.
It's pretty cool.
Yes, so every day we are here communicating each other because here the English is an international language here as a working language. And the one good thing is we are all engineers, so engineers talking with each other in same way is engineering. Yeah, so it's a little bit difficult, but not such difficult for us.
Any interesting stories to share, like between you and your pals from other countries?
For example, I know how to getting close to some foreign partners is to perform that you are interested in his country, in his culture, and in his language. So actually, I'm here learning some Arabic words to try to get close to my foreign partners, like shukran. It means thank you. Like halas means finish. So like inshallah for the God's will, like that. So it's, for me, so they they can accept me quicker than before.
Yes. So thank you so much for joining our program, and we just save you from taking more of your time. Yeah, is all right? Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
we
you.
keep going that way, and on the way we're going to further explain the Belt and Road Initiative a little bit, because it's a big deal not only in China but across the world now.
Yes.
So 5 years after its proposal, it's been now lots of promises have been taken into actions, and we already got lots of initial projects that's been working now. Yeah. So for those who are still not familiar with the Belt and Road Initiative, it was proposed by Chinese President Xi Jinping back in 2013. And the belt refers to the Silk Road economic belt, land-based, and then the road refers to the 21st century maritime Silk Road. So it's the seagoing. Together, it's a trade and infrastructure network connecting Asia with Europe and Africa and even beyond. Yeah.
And also with this Belt and Road Initiative, a lot of countries, even I think there are, I cannot say the exact number, but I think there are
over
a lot of over 100
100,
people, over 100 countries and governments supporting their working projects and collaborative projects with China. And also, it's not only based on, in the first place, it might be infrastructure based, infrastructure focused, but also in the future, it's going to be focusing on trade, economic cooperation, also maybe innovation projects like that.
It's funny that the initiative is so welcomed here, and the other day when we were touring around in Dubai, I came across a local artist, and he used to paint bridges and like the landscape buildings, but I saw some of his paintings were about camels, and I was very interested. I asked, why did you paint all those? It looks so vivid and interesting. And then he said, oh, it's because of China's Belt and Road Initiative. I was so impressed.
It's very also very interesting that a lot of people working here, not only the local people, they are just as we mentioned before with the colleague and engineer here. We have also people from the US here, people from the European countries. Some people may argue it is going to be a very China-centered thing, but actually
the global benefits, right?
Yeah, it's the very key I think emphasis is that we bring common prosperity and common development to countries, not only close to China, but also around the region, around the world.
Yeah. And probably we could go back to the UAE, which is where we are right now, because the Chinese president called Arab countries as China's natural partners in the Belt and Road Initiative, right? So in a few days, Chinese President Xi Jinping will be here, and as he said earlier that Arab countries and China have agreed to establish a future-oriented strategic partnership of common development and comprehensive cooperation. That means the bilateral relationship has just entered into a new phase. Yeah. So I think that's pretty much for now. Thank you so much for joining us, and we have a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Under the scorching sun, I have to admit that, and I'm totally wet.
Yeah, me too.
So thank you so much, and see you next time.